The Boracay hosting of the second senior officials meeting and related meetings is currently ongoing and will continue until Thursday, May 21. It will be followed by the ministers responsible for trade meeting, which is scheduled for May 23 and 24. Over 1,500 delegates from all 21 APEC member economies have registered for the meetings. During SOM 2, APEC delegates will continue the discussions that began last December at the informal senior officials meeting in Manila. Senior officials are also expected to report on the progress of agreed work plans and projects discussed at the first senior officials meeting held last February in Clark, Pampanga. The APEC NOC, in bringing this influx of visitors to Boracay, remains firmly committed to encouraging responsible tourism, along with the DILG, DND, PNP, AFP, Bureau of Fire Protection, and the Philippine Coast Guard, as well as local government officials. The APEC NOC led a cleanup drive along the island shores on May 13. This was followed by another coastal cleanup drive, this time led by the local government, on May 15. Another one is ongoing today, May 18. This forms part of our overall effort to reduce our carbon footprint. Since last year, we have been advocating for the use of less paper throughout the Philippine hosting of APEC, encouraging agencies and LGUs to instead circulate information through email and social media. In addition, we have partnered with eMotors Incorporated, a Filipino-owned company, and the APEC 2015 Green Electric Mobility Partner to set up an e-trike system to transport delegates between venues in Boracay. With regard to SOM 2, on May 20 to 21, senior officials are expected to report on the progress of agreed work plans and projects discussed at the first senior officials meeting held last February, such as on APEC connectivity, the internet economy, APEC's structural reform strategy, and preparations for the upcoming structural reform ministerial meeting, progress towards the FTA-AP, economic and technical cooperation, SMEs, and the global value chain, among many others. Senior officials will hear from respective APEC committee, for example, the Committee on Trade and Investment, the Economic Committee, and the SOM Subcommittee on Ecotech. From the chairs of these committees, they will be reporting on the outcomes of their respective meetings and propose next steps and way forward actions. Relevant discussion items and recommendations from APEC subfora will be elevated to the APEC trade ministers for consideration or endorsement at the MRT meeting. The next senior officials meeting and related meetings, this will be SOM 3, will be held from August 24 to September 6 in Cebu. Now, regarding the ministers responsible for trade meeting on May 23 to 24, the Philippines will seek the endorsement of the APEC Action Agenda for Global SMEs and MEs, or microenterprises, which identifies priority actions that APEC will take to mobilize SMEs and MEs and encourage them to go global. Many SMEs and MEs are prevented from tapping the bigger international market because of barriers such as burdensome trade procedures, overly complex custom rules and regulations, lack of innovative financing mechanisms, lack of market information, and constraints in harnessing global markets through e-commerce. The Action Agenda for Global SMEs and MEs is designed to benefit small and micro enterprises, since this is the sector that needs more support and intervention in APEC. A good number of APEC activities to integrate SMEs in global value chains are ongoing in APEC, but these initiatives benefit mostly the medium enterprises. The Action Agenda will provide the right balance and highlight SMEs' contribution and role in achieving inclusive growth. On the Regional Economic Integration Agenda, the MRT meeting is expected to endorse the terms of reference of the collective strategic study on the issues related to the realization of the free trade area of the Asia-Pacific, or FTAAP. The FTAAP has been a long-standing issue in APEC, and last year, APEC leaders agreed to a step-by-step process, beginning with a collective strategic study. The study is expected to be launched this year and completed by November 2016. The APEC MRT meeting will also be a chance for APEC to show its support to the multilateral trading system and the 10th WTO Ministerial Conference that will be held later in the year.